Brooklyn's bag, open up the bag. 100,000 bands, Brooklyn's bag. Tell them Brooklyn's bag, open up the bag. We are Acapellic, Brooklyn's bag.
Hey, what's good, folks? So today is a rainy day, so we're back in the same spot that we were for season 2, which I didn't think we were gonna be back here, but you know we gotta make shit happen, and so we're here, man. So before anything, man, I wanna thank you again for keep supporting us. I know that season 2.5 is a little bit reckless, doing interviews here, doing interviews there, but the place is still not ready for season 3. I'm not starting season 3 until that place is ready for September, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. The only thing I can say is that we have the stage ready and the booth ready for the artists. That's all I'm gonna say. The rest of it is special shit that y'all gonna have to wait and see. The Acapellic breakdown coming soon, fashion show coming soon, everything coming soon. Just gotta hold up and stay tuned, man. But today we here in Sunset Park again. Today we have another special artist, but he is from the Bronx, straight up from the boogie down, from South Bronx. Let me present to you King Vega. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me, and many blessings to everyone watching. You know, of course, I'm from the South Bronx. You know, I'm a hip hop artist. You know, the South Bronx is where hip hop was originated, was created.
A lot of people keep crying about, oh no, hip hop here it is, we run hip hop that. No. Something you gotta know, even though I'm from Brooklyn, I gotta respect that it came from the Bronx, straight up from the boogie down with KRS-One, DJ Kool Herc. You know what I mean? We're talking about real hip hop, and today we don't have just any artist, and no offense to the other artists that we had on the show. But this is not just any ordinary artist. Like I personally did it in front of him in his car before we came up here, and I'm going to do it again for the cameraman. But I want to salute you, God, because for real, God, like this guy right here, like he grew up in a hard position. You know, he came from a hard childhood, whatnot. You know, like what we all do from New York, the artists. You know, that's how it is. What else could we do? We'll keep pushing him forward. But he knows his history. He put in the work. He helped artists out for 3 years. Like, we're gonna talk about all that good stuff, man. But this guy right here, he knows his stuff, and he does it for the youth. He knows. I saw an interview where he said he knows what hip hop is, and like I'm gonna ask him about that, and all that shit is good, you know, because nowadays most artists don't know that. They don't know the history. They don't know what hip hop stands for. They don't know none of that, and that's kind of bullshit, you know. Like, this is not just any artist. Like I'm telling you, this guy right here, he's gonna be a big artist. I don't know how far he's gonna take it, but I do know that he's gonna make it far. So before anything, bro, tell us about yourself, man. Tell us like where you're from and all that other good stuff, so people know exactly who you are before we talk about your music.
So, like I said, I was born and raised in the South Bronx on Morrison Soundview, 172nd off the 6th train, and you know, I had a pretty decent life growing up until about the age of 12. You know, I lost my mom, and you know, after that, a lot of things changed, you know, but needless to say, you know, I found a path in athletics, you know, and then when that didn't work for me, you know, I always had a form of creative expression. You know, I used to write a lot of poetry, and I started out as a spoken word poet, and right. And before I was even had the guts to do that, you know, I would just kind of just write my feelings on paper, and you know, whatever came to mind when I first started. Yeah, when I first started as a child, you know, and you know, God presented to me that you know, that there was a gift there, you know.
When you're from the Bronx, bro, like I don't know how it is nowadays. I'm not from the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. But I know that back in the days in the Bronx, like everyone knew each other, all the artists, all the producers, all the DJs. Like it was like everybody was connected. Very tight community in hip hop. Now I don't know how it is nowadays, but I know that back in the days it was like that. You know, you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I do know that you say that you work with a couple of legendary producers and whatnot.
You know, I say I work with some dope artists and just dope creative people all together, but nowadays I would say, like, you know, art is infinite, you know, of course, through an all time, you know what I'm saying, but the attitude in which we carry the art has changed for the most part, you know what I'm saying. It's not as tight knit as it used to be, because if it was, then hip hop will be all the way on the East Coast all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Fabulous, Jadakiss, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? We got yeah. Shout out Mano. You know what I'm saying? We got even the new people, Casanova. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just, you know, even, you know, whoever's doing it from the East, you know what I'm saying? But we not really as tight-knit as we used to be, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the 90s, you know, it was different.
I mean, the only artist who I do know that actually gave it up to new artists and was working with new artists was Bobby Shmurda, man. Bobby Shmurda was the man. Shout out Bobby Shmurda, man. I hope to see him hope to see him out very soon. Bobby Shmurda, like, he was a young guy. He was just coming up in the outcome, and he was already making moves. He was helping out artists from New York, helping them out, showing the artwork, you know, getting features and whatnot. Like Bobby Shmurda, he was the man. Like when he comes out, I'm waiting for him to come out with the new music and shit. But I think for me, like when we're talking about hip hop, for me right now, he's a king. Even though 6ix9ine has a crown, because
guys like Bobby Shmurda, and I will have to say guys like Max Bigavell is who inspires me. You know, Max Bigavelli, you know, his style, you know, he fathered the style. His style is different. He was singing on tracks before we was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? His remixes to Rihanna shit and all kind, like he was unlimited. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, we don't talk about him, but he kind of helped Frenchie and even Change Drugs, rest in peace, you know, to be where they at, you know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for his innovation, you know, his bravado to approach art and hip hop the way he did, you know what I'm saying? You know, those guys probably wouldn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that doesn't take away from the fact that those guys is talented, but you know, sometimes it takes the right knit and of people like Tribe Called Quest. You know, Q-Tip was dope by himself. And you know, rest in peace, Fife. You know what I'm saying? He was dope by himself, but they was dope together. You understand what I'm saying? Like there was nothing else like them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then you got crazy other groups like, you know, different stuff like Arrested Development.
I don't see none like that anymore.
Nah, but I'm saying like, you know, the groups that was tight knit. You know what I'm saying? That give me inspiration. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yeah, people don't even talk about that. Public Enemy.
Except for Flavor Flav, I don't know, bro. I respect to the guy because
respect to Flav,
man.
Like
the shit he doing nowadays, I can't respect it, man.
It is what it is. We humans. I try not to look at that too much and try not to judge people. I guess everybody has their own reasons and stuff. And how many times, you know, we telling a man what's right and what's wrong, and you know who's really there to determine that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how many rights is there really, and how many wrongs are there?
Like when it comes
you
to
know?
personal stuff, like
yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Like
yeah.
Like the regulations, he knows the regulations of hip hop. He knows.
That shit is.
Like that's some other shit, you know.
Yeah, you know, back to a little bit about, you know, how I was growing up and stuff like that. You know, the first song like of hip hop that I ever heard. You know, I was 10 years old. My cousin pulled me to the side. Shout out James Martinez, Tito. Like, pulled me to the side and he's like, yo, listen to this. Like, just shut up, sit down, listen. Puts the headphones on my ear. And it's electronic relaxation from Tribe Called Quest. So, mind you, I never heard a sound like this before in my life. And the feeling that it gave me was something I could never describe to you, even to this day. You know, and just the sound, you know, just for that being the song that I heard as far as hip hop was, you know, and what that kind of like, it was like flavorful. It was like I drank a juice with a bunch of juices, a bunch of flavors in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a tropical juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then you know, I had the honor of receiving the album Illmatic, and that was the first album that I ever owned from Nas.
So
you know, Nas was a great inspiration to me. Nasir Jones, he's a human. You know, he's a man, and you know, but he's also a creator at the same time, and he's very powerful, very powerful to say the least. You know.
Because like, look at it now, right? He used to make music, And now he's even doing movies, shows, and all this other shit. Now that's
Nas been owning his own business for a long time, and like that's how he been getting money. And people didn't realize that he wasn't making money off of music. Mostly, he was mostly making money off of, you know, being a businessman and being a entrepreneur. And that style, you know what I'm saying, of individual, you know, is very rare. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you know, I see more people trying to do their thing and stuff like that. So shout out to those people that's trying to be, you know, day one entrepreneurs and you know, doing their thing, just starting off and stuff like that. But we all entrepreneurs at the end of the day. We all multifaceted individuals. Nobody is nobody's a island.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
As an artist, like yourself as an artist, like Kanye West said, it's a business. Like you could get paid to endorse brands and shit like that, brand endorsements and shit like that. Like you yourself as an artist, you're a business. You gotta understand that. Like nowadays, like there's so many ways to make money. It's not just making music, because making music nowadays won't get you that much money. That's the real truth. Like nobody wants to tell you the honest truth, but that's the freaking truth. Like you gotta look for ways to make more money. That's when the managers and all that shit come involved. But you could do it yourself, depending how bad you want it.
There's some of us that make music that, you know what I'm saying, you know, we don't make music for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say we. You know, I say that, you know, in plural. Like we don't make music for money. We don't do it for a piece of paper. We don't do it for, you know, an accreditation, and you know what I'm saying, somebody to say, yo, this is dope. There's a fine line between, you know, having a passion for something and doing it for materialistic benefit. You understand? So I would say this, you know, for those of us out there that would do this to the day they die regardless, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I don't rap or I don't create, you know what I'm saying, to ask for the world to recognize me, because the universe already sent the gift.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
In the creation, that was the gift. You know, everything else after that is, you know, it's extra. You know what I'm saying? The pats on the back and all that shit. It's like you brush your teeth this morning. It's like, are you a rapper? Did you write a verse today? But do you really want to get pat on your back for brushing your teeth? That's something you're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you make Nah, I get what you're trying to say. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, because I know from the Bronx, they strict with it, you know? Like, shout out to Myson, because Myson is from the Bronx. He's doing a lot of good shit, man. Salute for him, man. I actually did a show with him over there in the Bronx at Valentine Avenue a couple of years ago. And I saw how hard it was in the Bronx. I was like, oh shit, this is hard. But Myson is like, salute to Myson, man. He's doing a lot of shit for the youth. He's doing a lot, man. A lot of shit. And people don't really, like, people recognize him when he comes up to Funk Flex and does all that stuff, but he should be recognized also for the stuff that he's doing behind the scenes, man.
Powerful artist, powerful pen game. Respect the pen. Just stay away from that man. He's like cyanide.
That's a fact, bro. But yeah, I already know what you're talking about when it comes to the Bronx, and he's supposed to do it. So what probably some people won't get is, like, what he's trying to say is that, you know, if you're rapping, you should make sure that your shit is tight. It's not just because, oh, I'm trying to get famous and shit. You should make sure that your shit is tight. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to take out garbage unless you're just trying to do some dumb shit and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, if you're doing mumble rapping shit, then at least make that shit good, you know? You know what I mean? Like, I can't really say, like, you have to make straight hip-hop, because back in the days, it wasn't even that boom bap. It was a boom bap. We had electronic, Africa Bambaataa. I have to keep saying it because a lot of people keep saying, oh, well, back in the days, they didn't have tight jeans, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. But they did a lot of that shit. You know, it inspired from James Brown.
Style, you know,
it's with the decade.
The hip hop style wasn't really popular until Run DMC, until they started wearing Adidas and putting all that, the Kangol hats together, because we wasn't dressing like that before. Remember, the music that was popular back then was not hip hop. You understand? We had disco, we had, you understand? We had all the blues, we had all kinds of, we had jazz, we had rock music, rock music was so popular.
Rock music is the one that fathered hip hop. You can say because it transitioned, and actually the fact
The fathers of rock, the king of rock, That's what they call Run DMC, and that's crazy that they're a hip hop group and they calling them the kings of rock. But when you really stop and think about it, it's an infused style, and that's what's so powerful about hip hop is that hip hop is a multitude of genres of music mixed together. It's not just one way. There's not one way of hip hop. That's why you have so many different type of artists. You have Trippie Reds, and you have Lil Yachty's, and then you got Joe Buttons, and then you got Eminem, and then you got Biggie, and then you got Bone Thugs, and then you got, and then you could go even Big Sean, and you could go Kanye, you could go crazy. Kid Cudi is weird, like he's different, like Then you got niggas like SP the Ghost, like Styles P, my nigga, Sheek Louch, nigga, all the Dipset, my nigga. Cameron was weird. He was different. The nigga songs and shit, the Rudy Tooty, Fruity Looty, what I usually do. Like that nigga's, who thinks like to rap like that? Mace had a different feel to him. You know what I'm saying?
That's the good thing about it.
Right.
Back in the days, everybody had to be different.
Right.
Just like,
look at the Far Side. You ever heard of the Far Side? Yeah. She keeps on passing me by. The songs, the rhythmic songs, the nostalgic, the melancholic feels, from that to even Cypress Hill, and then and the Lost Boys, my nigga. What when the mind playing tricks on me, when the nigga's looking out the window and he's watching shit happen in his mind and it's really not really occurring. But you still watching it happen. It's like hip hop is a psychological playground. You understand? You could take it anywhere you want to go. You know what I'm saying? If your imagination is stretches that far, you could go there. You understand what I'm saying? So like that's why I make music in the way that I make it. Also, because I try to stretch my imagination as far as I could go, but to also keep the sense of relation with other people, so that I'm not stretching so far as to be unrelative to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's crazy though, because you brought up hip rock and all that shit, like this is why I'm happy that you're here today, man. I mean, we've been trying to work this interview out for some time now. To be honest with y'all, we've been trying to do this interview for some time now. We couldn't make it happen. Whatnot. So much shit that happened behind the scenes. But when you talk about rock and stuff like that, the funny thing is that there were groups back in the days. They would basically had rock and all that shit. And the funny thing is that rock, wasn't no offense to color tones, all that shit, because it's a very sensitive generation nowadays. You know what I mean? But it wasn't created by white people. It was created by African Americans, and people don't know that shit. AcapellicTV is a multi-genre platform. It's not just for hip hop artists. It's for R&B artists. It's for rock artists. We're gonna show a lot of that shit in season 3. And a lot of I know my history. I know my history when it comes to rock, hip hop, pop, mumble rap, electronic, blues, jazz. I know my shit. I love music. This shit right here is not a fucking job for me. This shit is my passion, because I know my history from the beginning of time to the end of time. It's a whole lot of shit. And probably
always still learning, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. And that's what's so beautiful about music, is that it's a learning, it's a journey of learning. You learn as you go. It's just that you never stop learning, and that's life in general. But that's why they say music is life, and that's why they say life is music. And then
back in the days, our ancestors, they didn't have these fancy ass studios. They had drums and shit. Music is multicultural.
Music was,
it's a language.
It was a language. It's a celebration. It's a war call. It's a warning. It's a funeral procession. It's what I'm saying. It's a baby shower. You know what I'm saying? It's a celebration of life, but it's anything you want to make it relative to, and that's what I when I was saying, what I was saying before, I try to be as relatable as possible, to people, but at the same time to be myself, and never to curve that energy. You understand? Always to embody that, you know what I'm saying, who I am and where I came from and my story, you know what I'm saying, to always constantly keep that close to me when I'm creating, you know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of us that we lose our path along the way, and we forget about the reason why we started. to do it in the first place, you know, because some of us, it really comes from a genuine space, you know what I'm saying? Some of us actually pick up a football and actually really love the game, you know. Some of us actually dribble a basketball and actually really love the game, you know. And then there's others that, you know, they do it to wear the jersey, like, you know what I'm saying, like my coach used to say, you know what I'm saying, there's 54 of you guys, and you know, about 20 of you guys are here because you really love this. You really love this game, and you really want to play, and you really want to win, and you want to be a team, and you want to see you guys be successful together. There's about 10 of you guys that really are just here for yourself, and then the rest of y'all just want to wear the jersey. You understand? So that leaves another 20 some odd people that are just there for the kicks. So when you do that, when you speak, and communication is very powerful and very important in, you know, today's time, and every time, and I'm gonna say every time, you know what I'm saying, especially between, you know, the world, universe, everybody, humans, between you and other life forms, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you know. But the fact that he was saying it, and he was letting it be known, you know what I'm saying, that 20 some odd people that you put them on Front Street, now some of them people is gonna change, some of them people is not. Some of them people is gonna give a fuck about the fact that they just got put on Front Street. Some of them niggas ain't. You understand what I'm saying? And the people who had that metanoia, that change of heart, you could see it in them right away. You understand? The next practice, they came with the game face to practice. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made us a winning team. But just that sense of communication, that moment that we had, was everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's talking a lot of deep shit, man. Like, he's not, like y'all have to really pay attention to what he's saying to comprehend what he's saying, because, like, I could translate everything he's trying to say. Probably I get it right, probably I get it wrong. I don't know, you know. He has a different mind, I have a different mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just, from what I understand, that's what I try to translate, so you guys probably get a little bit heads up. So yeah, I'm like, what the hell does he mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, so let's talk about the rapping stuff. So you've been doing this for 6 years now. Wait, hold on.
Well, like, I've been creating for a little. I've been creating for a little bit longer than that. Like, I always wrote poetry. You know, when I was a kid, I was more of an athlete, and I felt weird about showing that side of me, that artistic side. You know, I felt like it wasn't going to be generally accepted amongst my peers. So, you know, playing sports was my niche. It was my thing. And, you know, when that didn't work, when that, you know, was up for me, and when I felt like my time was, I should leave it alone, you know, and then I got caught up with certain other things when I was, you know, an adolescent and stuff like that. You know, actually, when I came home from jail and I was in a shelter, you know, because I didn't want to live in the street no more, I didn't want to play the streets no more, I wanted to get my life together, I put myself in a shelter. When I came home from jail, I was trying to do something different, and, you know, I just accepted myself, bro. Like, I just let myself be myself, and I really was just writing poetry. And, you know, my poetic side, you know, is the dominant side of me at all times, but what people have seen of me is, from the past year, taking myself more seriously as a solo artist and a rapper. So I don't think that I'm just like a rapper, but I would say I'm more of an artist. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, my general direction of how I approach music is rapping.
No, but I'm talking about, like, the time that you've been doing this for. So you've been doing this as a youngin', right, back in the days. But recently, like when you really started taking that serious and stuff.
Yeah, I used to dance and stuff like that. And, like, I used to, you know, like, I didn't have no place to go, so I would be with my friends, and we would all dance, and we would hit, and we would get money, like, to dance and stuff. Like, we go to 34th Street, whatever, we dance, whatever, like. And that was like, like, kids from the Bronx, we always found ways to, like, get money, like sell little waters and do whatever. We always found, because in the summertime and when it was our time, you know what I'm saying, as kids, you know what I'm saying. And, you know, I'm gonna just say this, bro. Like, I'm gonna just say this. Anything that I've done, I've always tried to do it my hardest, especially if I love to do it. You know, anybody that watched me play football, they know I'm a very intense individual. Anybody that watches me in the process of writing a song, they know I'm a very introspective individual. I'm a very heavy and weighty and have a lot of gratitude, you know what I'm saying, in myself. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of mass and volume in my character. So like you could just see like almost my body steaming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really like I want to say this. Like I've been creating all my life. I started taking it seriously when I realized that I could change my life with it. And that's when I started working with the nonprofit organizations and working with the youth and stuff like that.
That's why Lupe Fiasco took out a song called Hip Hop Saved My Life.
Right. And they urged me, they pushed me to rap, to encourage my peers to rap as well. And it wasn't that I'd never rapped before, it was that I literally didn't want to rap. I always, my love and my passion and my heart was in spoken word. And I felt like to rap would be almost sacrilegious. You know what I'm saying? It was, and at the time, you know, hip hop was in a kind of a weird space. You know what I'm saying? When I was around 19, 20, you know, so I was turned off to it. Because I didn't want to be just another one of these guys like destroying the game. You understand? If I wasn't doing it the right way, and not even not that I wasn't gonna do it the right way, because of course I was gonna put my best foot forward, but it's not even that. It's just that I remember who my idols are, and who the people I look up to. To even try to do what they do and put myself in a like almost in their realm, that could be blasphemous to me itself. You understand? Because that's how much respect I have for it. You understand? Because in the times when I had nothing, I listened and sat and listened to albums of music. And you know what I'm saying? And that shit pushed me to create and pushed me to exfoliate and get away from whatever things I was experiencing at the time, whether good, bad, ugly, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know, in between. With that being said, for the past year or so, is where I had a little crisis situation, and
Shit happens,
and I was like, nah, fuck everybody. I'm doing this shit by myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see where it goes, but I'm also gonna do it very in a calculated manner. You understand? I'm gonna have a method. I'm not gonna just freelance and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be very
strategic.
Right, strategic and methodical. You understand? In the way that I put things together. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, some of the music that you have heard on my SoundCloud and stuff like that.
What is your SoundCloud?
It's D Ward Tone, www.soundcloud.com/D Ward Tone. If you want, you can type in Edward Stone in SoundCloud and you should see it. It's called K&N Studios. There's a playlist, there's a whole separate playlist with about 16 tracks of free music that I gave to the people just for them to listen so they can catch essence of my vibe and stuff.
Damn, bro. And you was telling me that you got 50 tracks hitting underneath waiting to drop, and that's cool.
You shouldn't even be telling people that. But yeah,
I know. I'm not gonna tell them what's up. I'm just saying what's up, you know.
I have unlimited art. Like I'm constantly creating. You know, I'm constantly putting myself to the test. I'm constantly experimenting with music. I'm constantly trying to find a new sound, trying to develop my catalog to a point of almost, how you say, I don't want to say perfection, because it's not about being perfect, but it's about having numbers. It's about having quality and numbers. You understand? And when you have a quality catalog, when niggas can pick from this, and this, and none of it sounds the same, then at the same time all of it bangs just as hard as the next, That's what I'm looking for.
That's what's up, man. So you got that old school grind where you just go in the studio, you record, and so you have that shit. We'll be like, okay, this is be choosing this, and this is going for an album. It's going this, like that, boom. Let's drop this shit, you know. Like it's like Lil Wayne. Like for example, you know, he used to be in the studio all the fucking time, day in, day out. Whether he had a he sleep in the studio, man. Even if he had lean, whatever the fuck it was, but he made sure there was like 1,000 tracks in that damn studio. You know, that's why Young Money was born, because of Cash Money, because he made Cash Money, whether people like it or not, whether it's Birdman, whoever. But he made Cash Money. He's the reason why Cash Money blew up. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man. So you spent 3 years. So let's talk about a little bit. Let's go a little bit behind about before you talk about the 1 year that you took it really serious, which is now. Let's talk about 3 years before that, and that's kind of upsetting, you know. But people didn't help you out when you spent 3 years of your life helping other artists on the upcome, trying to make it and shit like that, and to see that people don't support you the same way. To me, like, that's fucked up, you know. Cause like on your IG and all that shit. Like I seen some, like I should be seeing numbers, countless numbers, like high. It's countless shares, countless this, countless that. Because if you, and let's say I just started, I don't know the route, I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to buy, I don't know how to record, I don't know how to write. Like I don't know that shit. And you come out and you tell me, yo, look, bro, this is how you do it the right way. Cause nobody out here, not even Jay-Z, nobody, like, not to offend Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. He's a busy guy, but it's just an example. So don't take it too serious. So I'm talking about like artists like Jay-Z, Big, and well, Big we can't talk about because he's rest in peace, Big. But like artists who already, you know what I mean? They're not helping these kids out here. Show them how to write, so we don't have the same sound that Atlanta has. Like they're not showing them how to write a song, how to properly like have punchlines, how to write a chorus, this and that, how to record, how to get the shit mastered. That they're not teaching that shit. So when we have guys like him out here, and that's why I salute him. When we have guys out here like him teaching these kids, when he himself is just in the upcome. Like that's amazing. That's an amazing work. You know, he spent 3 years. So to that, man, I don't have a hat, but I would take it off if I did. You know what I mean? To you, man, I truly respect that. Most definitely, bro. So that's what I respect. You do that for the youth without. Most definitely, bro. And like, how you call it? Like, that's amazing because not a lot of people do that shit like you do. You do it for the fun, for the love. You know what I mean? And so 3 years, then I'm guessing other 3 years trying to start up. And then you have this serious year that you have now. So let's talk about that, how hard it was, you know, like, was it a struggle? Was it upsetting seeing that you have so many people out, but you didn't get the same kind of, what's it called?
Contribution?
Yeah, the contribution back to you.
So no, I'm not upset at all from anything that I've ever experienced in life. Whatever has occurred it happened for a reason, to develop my character, to develop, you know, my sense of understanding, you know, just for me to have experience. And I feel like in order to create, you have to have experience. And I gave myself as a sacrificial, almost a sacrificial lamb for the youth, and I do that to the day that I die. It's still like I will never stop that. I will never stop having that energy for the youth. You understand? Regardless, because whatever occurs, you know, negative, you know, a lot of times it has nothing to do with the reason why you're there in the first place. You understand? Sometimes it's just to create a change. You understand? Because we need that change to move forward, and that's what I needed. Whatever situations occurred and everything like that, are things that I needed to go forward. You understand? So that I can have the energy and the know-how and the say-so, and you know what I'm saying, and the bravado and the balls to be like, yo, all right, let's go forward. So in this past year or so, and even you know, like in 2017, before the summer started, when I started working on Syndicate and the mixtape Connect.
Which you cannot listen to on SoundCloud.
Right, Syndicate. You could definitely find on SoundCloud. Music video on YouTube, Syndicate. And for, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that, not to offend anybody, but we can't spell, some of us. So Syndicate is spelled Syndicate. Syndicate. That's not a common word. People don't use that all the time. Besides that, you know, when I started to take myself seriously, it was just the perfect timing. I had the tools, meaning I had, you know, my connection with my engineer, and I had already done some tracks with him, like Soul Traction, right, and that was like my, you know, I was just kind of like just getting some stuff off my chest that I had already, you know, it was just there. So I just knew it, and you know, that was one of those tracks that, you know, in the beginning it was kind of like practice, or not, or so to speak, it was lyrical exercise. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I started to record the mixtape, when I realized that I had a certain energy, vibe, and also momentum, you know what I'm saying, in the studio, and my writing process and stuff like that. I've been honing in on a project that is really like gonna be like a serious project. Like it's gonna be an album, EP album probably. It's gonna be called Legacy.
Next month, you said, right?
I'm gonna drop the album next year, but I'm gonna drop the mixtape, which nobody has heard the full mixtape altogether, for free. I'm gonna drop it next month on Dat Piff and a bunch of different, right, Spinrilla. I'm gonna drop it, you know, just so people could see it. And I'm actually gonna do like a party and stuff like that to drop it. Yeah, because it's gonna be on my birthday. So, you know, I wanna enjoy and stuff, and I want people to, you know, enjoy with me. And it's not just about me, bro. It's not about my music or none of that. Like, really, it's just about building a sense of community, family, organization, you know, seeing what's really there, like what I'm working with to start out. You understand? Like, you know, and that's what I tell all the artists now. Like, you know, work on building a following before you start dropping this and dropping that and doing this and doing that. Like, get people to fuck with you. Like, you understand? Because you don't know, like, there's 100 artists out there that don't have not one song, and they got mad following because they just posting videos and doing dumb shit or whatever they do to get following. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's what you do to build following. I'm saying, like, build a natural and organic following, however you build that. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. However you connect with the people, however that, you know, whatever makes you you and whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that being said, like, you know, there's a lot of work and stuff like that to come. Like I said, the mixtape is the name of it. It's called Connect, because that's the most important factor in life, is building a sense of connection between.
The mixtape is Connect and
the album is Legacy. And, you know, also, you know, obviously Legacy because, you know, it's my legacy, you know, it's putting on my legacy. And also, you know, legacy is probably the most important thing. Lineage, the story to be told about the man.
And when is Connect dropping again, bro?
It's
no date.
It's dropping next month on my birthday, August 26th. Yeah, August 26th.
Legacy next year.
Next year, I'm gonna drop it for like probably like January 1st. But depending on, you know, just seeing how my momentum is, because you never know, like, you know, like, I'm not Kanye West, like, nobody's not waiting for my album.
Nah, bro, you should really, you should be more confident about yourself, because you got some good shit, you know?
No, I'm confident, but I'm not overzealous. I'm realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the top rapper right now. That doesn't mean that I'm not talented. That doesn't mean that I cannot be that person. You know what I'm saying? It just takes for the right person to see it, or the right person to connect with it. And that's why, you know, that's what I was saying, you know, like, I wanna build a following, and I'm still building a following as we speak. And that's why I'm even here with you, cause, you know, I'm a humble artist, and I'm always gonna be like that. No matter how dope I am, you know what I'm saying? How much, you know.
Nah, I truly respect that, bro, and I thank you for that, you know. Like I say all the time, like every single artist that comes on the show, man. Like, and you see, I don't have a studio just yet. I will have soon. I started with nothing, but like, you know, making my way up there. So I truly appreciate each and one of you guys, man. Like I sincerely appreciate you guys, because you know, I started this for fun. I didn't really start this for the money and shit like that. I started this for fun, but you know, like it's a business, so it's gonna make money regardless. But what I'm saying is that you guys coming up here and giving your time, because time is very valuable. Like people say, like that's why I say, like 3 years of your life dedicating to the kids, to the youth and shit like that, teaching them. Like to me,
my years, they can have the rest of my years too. They can have all my years to come. How about that?
And what I'm saying is, like, nobody's gonna do that. Like, people rather just go party and shit, fucking living life and shit, whatnot. And if you giving 3 years of your life, that shit is crazy, man. So
you know, I mean, you know, instant gratification is you know, it's a good thing at the time. At the same time, it could be a very bad thing when, you know, if you indulge in it too much. You know what I'm saying? So once again, like, those of us that are out there that create, we don't create for ourselves. You know, we create for the people, but then we also do create for ourselves because it's spiritual exfoliation. You understand? It's creative expression. It's freedom of expression, and that's the freeing, you know, entity.
That's what hip hop was about.
Right, exactly, and that's what hip hop is all about. It's just that expression of yourself. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, remember that song, Express Yourself. So you know what I'm saying? Get yourself out there, and you know, put your thoughts out there, because you never know how that could help somebody else, and how somebody else could build off of that. You know what I'm saying? How somebody else could relate to it, and maybe just come to some type of epiphany or some type of agreement in oneself. You know what I'm saying? To move forward in life. You know what I'm saying? But it's like each one teach one, and one hand washing the other, both hands washing the face, man.
Most definitely, bro. So before we move forward to your music, I just remember something that you talked about, and I want to get back to it because I think it's very important that you know about this. Because when I was young, you know, I had the OGs, you know, not teach me, but you know, I lived around the OGs, you know, selling crack in the streets, you know, doing this shit, shootings, whatnot, you know. But there was a certain time and whatnot, you know. It was a crazy time, but it was also not as crazy as now, where there is no regulations, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Now it's crazy, but back in the days, it wasn't like that, you know. That was around where Tupac and all these other artists, you know, like I'm guessing, I think that probably like artists like Tupac and stuff like that kind of made those kind of regulations happen in the streets. You know, well, I'm not saying he did, because he wasn't even from the streets. You know what I mean?
I would say like they definitely rapped code of the street, like, and you know, like artists like, you know, I keep saying them, like Bone Thugs, even like Nate Dogg, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, NWA, like, you know, these artists rap code of the street, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, Ice-T, you know what I'm saying, Ice Cube, like, you know, Cool G Rap, like it's always been code of the street, but it's like, you know, the gangs, like, we forget like why they was originally really created, and it was really gangs is really was.
I'm not street. I lived around the streets, but I'm not street. He knows, like,
gangs was really created to protect the people from the outside authorities, because they was abusing their authority. You know, and they were there to protect the neighborhood, you know, not to hurt each other or have all these wars and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, as people and humans, we have disagreements and stuff like that, but, you know, the essence of it was not violence and just, you know, just ignorant, you know, just garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the actions is supposed to be, you understand, to protect and serve for yourself and your people, and that's it. And you are the people, so we don't need to go to a church and clap together and all that to make it church. You understand? Because
you know what's crazy? That it's sad that that's how it originated, with gangs started and stuff like that, and now it's but that's true. But what I'm trying to get to, bro, is that it's sad that nowadays, well, it's not nowadays, because it's been happening for some time now, you know, where brothers killing brothers, you know. It was for us, the community, like, because now we have Mexican gangs and shit like that. So you know, Puerto Rican gangs, Dominican gangs. You know, it's just all type of gangs, but we go killing each other. And back in the days, it was about protecting our communities from authorities because they were, you know, policing the streets. You know what I mean? Basically, they thought it was too common shit. It's a whole long story. It's from the 70s. Yeah, I know my history, bro.
Yeah, they gotta sit there and they gotta watch, you know, certain things. Like there's a documentary it's called Underground Kings. You gotta watch that. There's another documentary that talks about hip hop and in Brazil in the favelas. It's called Shake Dust. It's narrated by Nas. Hip hop is also something that was a peace treaty formula. You know what I'm saying? It was peace, love, unity, and having fun. And if it wasn't that, then it wasn't hip hop. You know, like hip hop was created so that the gangs could settle their differences through creativity and through freedom of expression, through dance, through rap. It was called MCing and the DJ, you know, the breakbeat, you know what I'm saying, the breakbeat that was developed and which is what created hip hop, you know what I'm saying, the sound of hip hop, you know. With that being said, I just want to say this, I'm very thankful for you having me. I'm thankful for all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thankful for, you just reaching out and, giving me all the compliments for my music and for my character and the things that I've done. And right, and I'm just very honored, you know what I'm saying? Anytime that I have the opportunity to speak in the name of music or to speak in the name of hip hop, to speak, on behalf of myself, and, you know what I'm saying, and what I stand for, when I get that opportunity, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for real. But let's move back to that, man. So stop learning about fucking Illuminati and shit. You could learn that shit later, but learn first about why there is these laws and shit like that. Like all that Illuminati shit, that shit is just a fucking distraction. Don't even worry about that shit. Worry about that shit later. Once you get the proper knowledge on why there's certain laws, certain this, certain that, why we have this, why there was slavery and all this other shit. Learn about that shit first, and then if you want, go ahead learn about Illuminati. But you know what I mean? That's a whole different story. You're gonna find out it's very stupid in the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's not even like a fucking army, just a group of people. It's stupid. But yeah, man. So you were talking about jail time. You were talking about how you went to jail and shit. And all I wanted to touch on the point is for you to tell the youth what it's really about in jail. Cause see, I had friends in jail and shit like that. My pops was in jail and shit like that. Like when I visited my pops, I saw how strict it was in there, how bad it is in there, you know. He told me stories about how it's really in there, you know. As a youngin', I didn't know how it was in there, you know. You think like, fuck it, you know, I go to jail, fuck that shit. I go to jail, fuck that shit, you know. Like, what the fuck they gonna do? You know, you think you're a rebel, you think you're hard and shit. But once you in there, like, it's not just about beatings. It's about either you get raped, you become a bitch, you like all this other shit. Like, it's some real shit. Like, we gonna touch some real shit. Like, that's what I like to do on AcapellicTV. I don't like to keep it fucking sugarcoat. I like to talk about the real shit. So I want you to tell the kids, bro, how it's really in jail. Because all these other funny dudes, your dudes telling you, no, it's just jail time, fuck it. You know, like, you go in, do your time, though, you're gonna come out hard and shit. That shit is not like that, bro. So for somebody who been in jail, man, I would like for you to tell them, man, if you would like to touch on the subject, of course, I would like to.
First of all, like, kids, prison is modern day slavery, period. I don't really need to say much else, but I will elaborate on that because I'm speaking to the youth. So I'm gonna just let you know, if you are young and you are in the street right now, think about 5 years from now before you do something, if it's actually going to matter. Your actions will determine the rest of your life. I don't have to tell you how bad jail is because obviously there's a bunch of movies, you probably have family members that are in jail. You probably have parents in jail. But all you need to know is that that's not a place for any man.
No woman.
Human, I should say. With that being said, some of us do need to be separated from others. Do you really need to be one of them? Then for those dudes out there that really think it's tough to go to jail, you know, sometimes I gotta ask myself, do you really like those dudes that you be going to jail with all the time?
Sometimes it's the OGs though.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Do you, like, are you in love with them or something that you want to spend so much time with them, and that's where they at? Do you really want to be around those people? I don't know. Some people don't have no motivation. You got to stay away from them. You got to find your own motivation, your own destiny. If you ain't motivated for nothing, then figure it out. Look back. Find something that made you smile. There's a memory somewhere deep down. Figure it out. Just know that beyond everything I'm saying, that prison, once again, is modern day slavery.
Damn, bro. Shit, bro, that shit is crazy. But yeah, man, like, check your OGs. Why your OG ain't doing the dirty work? He's putting you to do the dirty work. So check your OG before you do shit. You're gonna regret your life because you're still young. You know what I mean? You don't need that shit. Stay away from that shit. Now, let's get back to the music, bro. I just wanted to touch on that subject, bro, because, like, artists like yourself, people like yourself who know about jail, know about prison, know about that shit. Like, you know it's not that easy. You know you have to join a group of either, whether Hispanics, whether it's the Bloods, whether it's the Crips, in it, you join a group.
When I went to jail, I stood to myself. Like, when I went to jail, I literally picked up a book and read. When I wasn't reading, I was doing push-ups. When I wasn't doing push-ups, I was sitting there minding my business or writing or something or eating something. I was occupying myself away from other people. I was not looking for social interactions. It's not a place to be social to begin with. You're not there to have a tea party. You're there because you have to do some time. Like, and then at the end of the day, you know, like, just avoid being there altogether. Just avoid being there.
That's a fact. So I want to move away from that shit, bro. I just want to touch on that because I think the youth needs that shit nowadays because we got Molly Perks and all that shit being taught to the youth, and that's bullshit. You know, they're dying, and it's a lot of bullshit. But yeah, man, so let's talk about Syndicate, man. Let's talk about your music video, bro. That's what I want to talk about right now because that freaking music video was crazy. You have freaking angles going, zooming in, zooming out, fucking background changing, all this shit. Like, tell me the story behind it, man. Tell me how was it? What went behind it? Did you plan it? Like, what was the thing about it?
So, like, when I wrote Syndicate, like, it was during a time when I started to take myself seriously as an artist, and I was going through some type of crisis in the moment, and I really wrote the song because, like, I heard the beat, you know what I'm saying? It's from Fly Melodies. And I really wrote the song because I was inspired by some of the stuff that
It's out right now.
right, that's out right now. Like, especially, like, there was a song by the Migos, like
Shout out to the Migos.
yeah, shout out to Migos. It's like, mama told me, hey, nothing so work. So that song is like, so the reason why I was inspired by that song was not necessarily like the lyrics or anything. The song is dope and everything, like, it's cool. But the visuals, like, when you watch the video, like, how they depicted what they was talking about in such a artistic way, they almost made it seem as if they were in a different time frame. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the style of clothing they were wearing. You know what I'm saying? Just the scenes and stuff like that. You know, it was very dope. Like, just the way that they expressed themselves. You know, and syndicate. The word syndicate means a group of people that come together with one common business goal. And what I'm gonna say to that is this: because the Migos have a common business goal of being like the dopest group out, or whatever they business goal, whatever their goals are, you know, they're in line with their ducks and they're moving forward. But they're a syndicate. You understand?
Yeah.
Chase Bank. That's a syndicate. Excuse me. Myself, I consider myself to be one being, but I have multiple personalities in this one being that make up the syndicate. You understand? Of my business goal, my kind of business goal with all my different selves, you understand, inside of me, you know what I'm saying, that create this syndicate to go forward and be like, all right, I need y'all to know I got multiple personality disorder, as every artist does. You understand? We struggle with a lot of different emotions. We could just be sitting there. You know what I'm saying? It's just, when you're an artist and when you're a creative person, right, when you're a creative person, you're more sensitive to vibration. You're more sensitive to the universe. You're more sensitive to the things that go on around you. You understand? To the energy that's...
We freaking, how you call it? Shit.
It's magnetism, bro. It's you know what I'm saying? It's like tools. Like it's like, right.
The world, you know, and then we write it down.
Right. Exactly. That as well. It's like being an author of life. You know what I'm saying? And being an illustrator of life. You know what I'm saying? It's very much so that. But it's like,
in order to get in tune with the people, you gotta get in tune with what's going on.
Right. But the reason why, like, I'm gonna just say, like, with the syndicate, like, the reason why I wrote the song is because it's like I wanted people to know that I'm inspired by the new vibes. Like, I'm inspired by that. Like, that's dope. I'm inspired by that. But no, there's no hate against the new vibes. But hello, I want my whole dinner plate, right? Because I need to eat, bro. You understand? I'm born in the 90s, a syndicate. So I'm letting you know that everything that makes me is the old shit, the true school shit. You understand? At the same time, with the respect for the new school, but I'm still true school, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? First of the month, tell them get it straight. That means like you pay me respect, or you pay me give me what I'm due. You understand? Watch me too smooth on my Q-tip. That's like giving ode to Q-tip because how smooth he was, but it's how smooth I'm delivering the flow and the diction and the meaning of the lyrics. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Watch me too smooth on my Q-tip. Send me the sun, I illuminate. No, I'm not done, I accumulate. You understand? Send me the sun. Like, the sun is the essence of life. We all need the sun to live. You understand? But I illuminate myself. I'm shining. Like, I have a luster. I'm shining and I'm sharing my shine with others. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I know I'm not done, I accumulate. That mean like I'm accumulating knowledge. I'm forever learning, but also like I'm accumulating whatever you wanna, however you wanna. You understand? However you want to interpret that, whatever the sense of accumulation is, that's what I'm doing. You understand? I'm growing. You understand? You know, you feel. It's like it's a lot. Yo, bro, it's like almost. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's just a hook, bro. It's just a hook, but it means so much to me. You know what I'm saying? And then the last words is part of my rapture I captivate, too clear for dummy to deviate. So it's like part of my rapture I captivate, meaning like my rapture. My essence of my artistry, it captivates you, bro. It draws you in, even though you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You understand? So, a sense of deviation is what? It's like a distraction. You understand? So it's too clear for a dummy to basically to sift through this and try to figure out what the fuck this means, my nigga. You understand? But yeah, no, you still bumping. You understand what I'm saying? So
the song is bumping. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's bumping.
Right.
But like the words that he uses is like a Jay-Z type. You know, Jay-Z does a lot of that shit.
Right.
He talks about a lot of shit, but it's like little.
Right.
Little
He had it's
gems.
double entendres, triple entendres. It's double meanings, triple meanings. He's using words and saying a word like this, and it sounds like he's saying that, but he's really saying this. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like. It's like own, like look, right, exactly. Triple X, he definitely did that. Look, like the word own, on. You understand what I'm saying? Like you could say that in so many different ways. I own, I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's once you change the diction and you start playing with it, you understand? You could say so many different things with just one word. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I wonder who told you how to write, bro, because it seems like you know your shit. It's not like just like, oh no, just this, no, because back in the days it was strategic why you use certain words in the dictionary, math quiz, this, that. It's like a fucking puzzle, you know. So I don't know who the hell told you, bro, or you told yourself, but like that shit was crazy.
I'm more self-taught than anything. Like I was already dope creatively. Like I was able to express myself creatively. At the same time, being in a class that was asking me to write on topics, and you understand what edified me. You understand? It's not that the teacher taught me anything, bro. He basically said, write whatever you feel. Just be on this, be like this. Write a poem like that. Matter of fact, let me give you an example. Like one of the first poems I ever wrote that I felt was like a piece. Like it was like, oh, okay, like I can do this. I wrote a poem. The topic was.
But honestly, I think our teachers, man, like not to cut you over before you start talking again. I think our teachers, though, like they did teach us. They kind of did inspire this rap shit because I mean, I like myself, right? I didn't know how to speak English. Like I only knew Spanish and shit. Well, my teachers taught me how to write English, how to speak English, how to properly speak it. If I needed to go to a business meeting, I know how to talk to a business. I know how to talk to a person who I want to make a deal with. You know, I know how to get the deal done. You know, like if I want to write a rap song, like I didn't know how to rhyme before, but I was interested in it. You know, started with little poems like freaking cat in hand, shit like that. You know, and they taught me how to properly rhyme shit with shit. You know, how to make it, even if shit doesn't rhyme with the next word and shit like that, like you can still make it rhyme with the sound of how words sound. Right. You know, it's not just about, oh well, this has th and last, this should have th. No, it's like you use words that sound the same just by the way, you know. This is a whole different shit. You know?
No, I like I would say like for instance like I was saying like I was. The topic was pick your favorite color, and you gotta say the color 5 times in the beginning of the poem and 5 times at the end. You understand? So everybody's poem was like, you know, like however they want it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like pink, 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 pink. Like my favorite color is green. So like I wrote the poem and it's like green, 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 right? And I was like, you know, like I got very intricate. Like I didn't say nothing really like about the color. I was like the representation of the world's heartbeat, the insignia of soul, strength, spirit, humility, and perseverance. Remember, patience is a virtue, but it is even though that a great oak in Sequoia succumbs to witness its own upheaval, revealing its roots. The superstar shoots, and his elbow is displaced, so he walks away in disarray. Mother Nature is seated at the left hand of the Father. She is never conceded. So like I could keep going and on, but it was not about the color. It was about the essence, the vibration of the color, what it represents, what the insignia, the symbolization of the color. That's what I wrote about. Now, at 16 years old, I was homeless before I got into the school I was in Long Island when I moved from the Bronx to Long Island. And you know, when your teacher pulls you to the side, you automatically thinking like you did something wrong. You did something wrong, my nigga. You understand? Right. And I ain't like nobody. I got into a fight the 3rd day of school, got suspended. I was getting in trouble all the time. I was a trouble kid, bro. But the thing about it was that, you know, when he pulled me to the side, the last thing I expected for him to say was, yo, this is dope. You understand? And not only that, but we publishing this and we putting it in the school magazine. And I'm like, no, you're not. I told him no. Because I didn't want nobody to know. I played football, basketball. I was a popular individual anywhere I went, really. You know what I'm saying? But like, because of me being a jock and an athlete and stuff like that, like I didn't want people to see that. You understand? I was ashamed of that shit. So what really happened was, and at the end of junior year, you know, before I finally got suspended for the last time, and I got like arrested and shit like that at the end of the school year. Crazy shit. I was like a crazy ass kid. Whatever. Long story short, my English teacher, we was doing like these excerpts and stuff like that, reading like different prologues and stuff like that, monologues and different acts from books and plays and stuff like that. And it was like going towards the end of the year, so like, you know, we come into the classroom, it's normal day, we sit down and everything like that, and he's like, So, you know, like, he's like, I read something, and I want everybody to read it together, and I want everybody to enjoy it, da 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 da. So we like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's about to give us another book, like some other shit. So then he picks up the fucking school magazine shit. So I'm like, all right, whatever, because I didn't know, because I've never been in that school, bro. I don't even know what the fucking school magazine is supposed to look like. I don't know shit, bro. I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know, I wasn't. Nah, I let that shit go. I let that shit go a long time ago, but for my own reasons. But like, let me just say this. He's like, yo, so Mr. Vega is gonna read us something that he wrote. So mind you, I was the kid that used to get up and walk out of class and go smoke weed and never come back. You understand? So everybody's looking. This is in high school. So everybody's looking at me like, and I'm looking at teacher like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Reading, what the fuck? Nigga, you understand? So this nigga puts me on the spot. You understand? So I'm like, all right, what the fuck is he talking about? So I'm like, I realize he's talking about my poem. So I'm like, this nigga dead ass. He want me to read my poem. So long story short, I read the shit. I was mad embarrassed. So everybody was like, oh my God, that was so good. So some girl asked me, she was like, did you really write that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I was like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, do I not look like I'm intelligent or something? You understand? So that was another thing too. Like, I felt intimidated, you know, because it's like even when people listen to Syndicate, they ask me, yo, that's you? Because of how I talk. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I talk. Like, that's how I rap though. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm embodying a specific energy in the moment, you know what I'm saying, on the mic, you know, in the studio, you know what I'm saying, or on the pen and the pad, you know what I'm saying, when I'm writing whatever piece or whatever I'm doing, you know what I'm saying. So, but it's almost as if people don't expect it to be you because it's too good. You understand what I'm saying? Or it's too out there, it sounds too different. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't expect it because they expect what they expected. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They expected me to rap about, you know, whatever niggas be rapping about. Like, I don't want to get into that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say bitches, money, hoes, and clothes. Like, I didn't say none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have said, let me tell you what I said in Syndicate. I said a lot of fucked up things, but the reason why I'm gonna tell you one thing, what I said that I feel like people is gonna automatically take at face value and not look deeper into it. I said, fuck on a side bitch, call me Papa, though I'm not your father. You understand? And what I'm really trying to get at is like how women have daddy issues like out here. You understand? That's what I'm really trying to get at. And what I'm also trying to get at is the fact that, you know, like people are comfortable with being second place or being second or being, you know, like subordinate almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that being aside anything, because I'm not going to talk about relationships right now. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with it. But what I'm saying is,
about relationship. It's about something else.
Right. It's about life. It's about being pushed off in life and being, take it for granted. Whatever. I need you now, so I'll use you now. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you don't have nobody else, like, or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you just don't want to pay the next nigga because he's actually qualified. You understand what I'm saying? He actually went to school, so let's not give this nigga a job because this nigga's qualified. So we're gonna have to pay this nigga a little bit extra. So let's pay this nigga that's not qualified, the side bitch. You understand? Make this nigga a side bitch real quick. I don't know, my nigga. It's way deeper than the face value of the words of fucking on the side bitch. Call me Papa, though I'm not your mother.
That's why you gotta learn your shit, you know. Like if you're gonna do some shit, make sure you do it to the best. Even if you don't have like the best team or whatever, the best shit. Like right now, like for myself, but I'm making sure that I know my shit. So once I do my shit, like. But what I'm trying to say is this: look, if you're gonna do some shit, make sure you do it the right way, and make sure that each time that you do something, you do it better. So like, let's say for season 1, like it was bullshit. Season 2 was a little better. Season 2.5 is a little better. Season 3 is gonna be some different shit. Season 3, I'm coming to blow shit up, bro. You know what I mean? I'm coming hard. I really have the website, I have everything. Like if I'm gonna do something, bro, it's like me and my brother. You know, we have something in common. Where if we're gonna do some shit, we're gonna do shit all the way. You know, like I just learned how to do a website. Like I told the other guy yesterday, 2 days ago. I just learned how to do a website, 2 weeks ago. I did that shit in 3 days. The fucking website, you know. I learn fast, bro. You know what I mean? I want to do shit fast. Like you may see me stuttering shit some time to time, but don't fucking judge me for that shit. You know what I mean? Cause
listen, like at the end of the day, like, you know, we are humans. Like there's not one perfect person. There's not one. We are perfectly imperfect, but like you know what I'm saying? Like you perfect in being just imperfect the way you are. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying that, you know, people don't have the capabilities to strive for perfection.
everybody has.
You know what I'm saying?
To find that inspiration.
Right, exactly. But you know what I'm saying? Everything is a learning curve. Let me just tell you this. I represent growth season. And I don't know if you noticed, but like everything I post, I hashtag growth season. Everything is growth season, growth season. Even on my page, like in my bio on Instagram is growth season. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I do, I put growth season on it. Why? Because growth season, the season of growth is a season that never ends. There's always gonna be room for improvement. The seasons are constantly changing. Everything is constantly growing. It's going back to where it came, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then resprouting again. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is life. Life is about growth. We are constantly growing, changing. The seasons are constantly evolving, going forward. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I represent, bro. And I feel like wherever you at right now, you know what I'm saying, that has nothing to do with where you can be. You understand what I'm saying?
I came from, like, for example, you know, like myself, like trying to get the people a little bit more into what we're talking about. And for myself, like I was homeless and shit. I was homeless. I still went to fucking Mike's showcase over there. I was homeless. I said, "Fuck that! I want it. I'm gonna go do it." And because of that, I fell in love with it, and I'm doing it, you know. And I'm working hard at it. Right now, I'm stopping a little bit just to do the business to work for you guys. Make sure that you guys, I'm able to provide a better, well, you know, the 197 shit that I'm trying to provide that type of media for you guys. So that's what I'm doing right now.
We need that, bro. We need that. Like we need people like you, bro. We all like. You guys serve for people that do what you do, and everybody who does, you know, anything innovative and they failed or whatever, you know, our artists, we need y'all, you know what I'm saying, because we constantly creating, and we need platforms, you know, we need different, how you say, right, we need, right, like I said, we just need different pieces to the puzzle. That's what I want to say. Excuse me, had a little brain fart right there. That weed is good.
Shit, bro, that shit was crazy.
Yo, but like I said, like we all need different pieces to the puzzle, because we sitting there creating all the time, constantly, and putting everything together. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes we need somebody else that's gonna think about another aspect that we haven't even considered yet, because we over here thinking about X, Y, Z. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I want to just say for myself, you know. That's why I said thank you, you know, to you, because if without you, bro, where would I be at? I would probably be doing whatever I normally do. You know what I'm saying? But
because, you know, like this, like I told the other guy, like I tell every single artist comes up here, you know, like this show is not based on me. If it was based on me, fuck it, I'll be dancing and doing all fucking crazy shit. But it's not based on me. It's based on you guys. It's you guys telling your stories to the people, when the people getting to know you and fall in love with you and your music, your story, and everything like that. You know, so it's a win-win situation. So I feel like you don't have to owe me anything. I feel like I owe you the things, you know, because you're trusting me with your artistry, with your story and everything like that, coming on to the show.
I'm trusting you, but you also trusting me to be a class act and to come here and to give an interview, you know, in a professional manner, not being a fucking bozo, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, you know, I mean, I guess some people they make a living off of being a bozo, but I mean, I don't know, like I'ma just say this, bro, like. My whole direction in life, if I ever do anything in life, it's always my constant worry is giving back something that was once given to me. It's the essence of retributive contribution. Like, you know, I want to be able to give back what was given to me, bro. And even if it was something small, bro, I want to give it back, bro, because there's somebody else that when they receive that, they're gonna turn around, they're gonna say, wow, this is powerful. They're gonna be thankful. Not only that, but they're gonna think about the power in the moment in which they received it and how that may be able to affect somebody else. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know how the hell you're so fucking intelligent, bro. I don't know if it was your mom's or what, or you tell yourself. But like shit, you know, like I could just tell Like you know a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not just about hip hop. It's not just about the streets. It's not just about what's right, what's wrong. It's about like you know about energy. You know about laws of attraction. Like, I could tell you know all that shit. Like that's some crazy shit. Like when you know that shit, it's like you can find peace within yourself. You know, it's hard to find peace within yourself when you live in a crazy ass neighborhood. You know, there's so much shit going on. Where it's weird, is that it's easy to get lost. It's easy to get lost in the fucking music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, like, you know, I can't put my finger on it, what it was or what it is. You know, I just know one thing's for sure and two things for certain, that, you know, there's such a thing as energy, and the universe is constantly watching. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a human being watching you. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a whole different fucking story. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Y'all gonna be like, y'all fucking crazy. But this is a whole fucking. It's a whole fucking different language, bro. But yeah, man. So now I saw that you used to not rap. I mean, you used to not say any curses. So talk about that, bro, because I didn't understand, because we only have certain artists like KRS-One who don't curse and shit like that.
Well, I could still make songs without cursing, and that doesn't, like, cursing is right. But I'm saying, like, I actually did one recently where I just rapped without cursing, you know, and it wasn't like the thing about not cursing. It's just the thing about, you know, they say when you curse, it's because you trying to fill in. You know, because you don't have an extensive vocabulary. You don't have the vocabulary to express yourself in a certain way. And you know, but also the reason why I was doing that was because I was working with the youth, and hip hop is not anything else but peace, love, unity, and having fun. So there was no room for any type of negativity. No, you know, no cursing, anything like that. No, none of that. There was no room for that if I'm trying to affect these youth positively. You understand? If I want them to feel where I'm coming from, it's from a genuine place, but at the same time, it's about them doing the right thing. You understand what I'm saying? And learning from me. You understand that that's the whole essence of why we are here, like what these workshops that I conducted with them are about, and why I went to the juvenile detention centers and worked with the youth there and did writing workshops. Like, I did that because I really wanted to do it, you understand, but also I wanted them to understand that I really wanted to do it, you understand? And that they should really want to learn, and that they should grow from this instant, in this moment, to be able to do it for somebody else or to do it for themselves in the future. You understand what I'm saying? Because really, what I'm not really concerned if a youth is going to go out there and save the world, but what I'm concerned with is if a youth is going to go out there and save himself. Because if every youth is worrying about themselves and saving themselves, it's like if every person is out there minding their goddamn business. You understand? And doing what they got to do for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And not worrying about others. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the bar the other night, and I'm going to tell you right now, I do not drink. You understand? But you know, I got some people in town and whatever, and I spend time with them, whatever. Long story short, I don't get out much. I decided, let me just get out, because I haven't been out in a while. Let me just get out. I go out, go to this bar, I'm having a good old time. There's a group of Caucasian people behind me. They having a great time. We all having a great time. They feeding off our energy. We feeding off their energy. It's all great. Somebody in the bar just didn't like the fact that we was people of color, and we was having a great time, and we was just as loud as the white people that was right behind us, because they was loud too. But the guy decided to come over to me and notion towards me for me that I need to relax. And he's not the bar owner, he's not the barkeeper, he's not the security guard, he's just a guy at the bar, just there. He's probably a regular at the bar, just drinking. And whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why he did that. I can't say why he did that, because I can't speak for him or think for him. But I could tell you that I have a lot of different explanations that I could come up with. You know what I'm saying? And none of them is good. But this is why, you know what I'm saying? This is why I always talk about when people, you know what I'm saying, being able to save yourself. Because in that moment, I didn't turn around and give an ignorant response. You understand? In that moment, I turned around and gave him a smile and a head nod. You understand what I'm saying?
Because if you fight with him, it's like you already fell into it.
When you fight ignorance with ignorance, you fighting fire with fire, venom with venom, poison with poison. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit.
So let's talk about a little bit more about your music, bro. Because you did a song with an artist who's been on the show, Rod the Broker from Harlem.
Shout out Rod the Broker, Harlem's finest.
That's a fact.
Broke.
That's a fact. So let's talk about Life is a Gamble, that track. How did it happen, bro? Because if y'all gotta go check it out on SoundCloud or on SoundCloud because it's not on YouTube. On SoundCloud, King Rod the Broker and King Vega do Life is a Gamble. When you hear that shit, you could actually hear Harlem and the Bronx. That you could hear both sounds. It's not just like, oh no, just two regular artists doing this shit, you know, just rapping back and forth, whatnot. No, you could hear the sound, you could hear the bars, you could hear the way they spit. Like you could hear Bronx, like you know it's Bronx. And when you hear Rod, like you know it's Harlem. So talk about how that shit happened, bro. Like how did your producer connect and all that other stuff?
So the beat was actually created by my engineer, Edward Stone. And
his family member.
Right. It just so happens to be his family. He was doing he was having his own session at the studio, and Edward and Lou, as we call him, he invited me to come over and you know, be around for the session, and we just winded up collabing, and you know what I'm saying, like we came up. Well, he wrote. We both wrote a verse on the spot, and you know what I'm saying. We, you know what I'm saying. We just recorded, and you know, it just came together, bro. It wasn't like nothing forced, right? It wasn't nothing forced. It was right there in the studio. Everything was created in the studio. The beat was created in the studio right there on the spot. The lyrics and everything was created right there. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was right on the spot in the moment, and it was a dope session. You know, shout out Rod the Broker, Harlem's finest. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, he's a very talented artist, and you know what they say. You know, iron sharpens iron, bro. That's a fact.
Damn, bro. So that's amazing, man. So let's talk a little bit about present time, because I saw on your IG you took out a snippet of Swag Drippin'. Talk about that. Is that a new track that's out? Is that a new track that's coming out soon? Where could we see it? Or is it gonna be on a project? Like what is it, bro? Talk to us.
So the song is actually called Full Metal Jacket, and it was the beat was created by Black Tracks Music, who is he's one of my producers, and I recorded obviously at K&N Studios, and you know what I did with this track is, you know, it just had a certain vibe, and Full Metal Jacket is an old movie, you know, and the vibe that the movie has, and just the storyline and the topic and stuff like that is what inspired me to write this music. But like at the same time, it's like, you know, dripping off like tons of it. The rhythm is my swag. Hey, holy shit, I'm in my bag. Dripping for the fuck of it. My jack, I got it bad. Whoa, put the commas in the bag. So that song is not out. I just put the snippet out so that people could hear the you know, what's going to come, you know, in the future. There will definitely be a music video that's gonna come out for that. I got a lot of things in the work and stuff like that, you know, that I kind of just been keeping under wraps, and when I put it out there, it's just gonna be like a surprise. It's gonna be like a wave, and people is just it's just gonna, right, they're just gonna see it, and I will hope that people fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? On Legacy, the album, it's gonna be on the album. It's one of the last songs. I'm not gonna tell you, but it's, yeah.
Damn, bro. That's amazing, man. Before we go, man, I want to know, is there, so instead of not just this song, is there any like present song that we could see in the near future, whether it be music video, song, performance, what you got coming out very soon that people could check out, look for?
So like with my live performances, you know, I've been doing my unreleased tracks. So, you know, like,
so if people want to hear the unreleased tracks,
they could just come to my shows and like yeah, you'll hear some unreleased shit. But I'll also do some shit that I got out. But I'll do some unreleased shit just to like fuck people's head up real quick. Like, oh, well, we thought he was just gonna do this, and he came out and he just did some whole different shit. Like, you know, but for the SoundCloud right now, you know, the playlist that's up there, like that's the music that's up until my birthday is when I'm gonna drop like, you know, the actual full-on mixtape, you know, on different platforms and stuff like that.
You know, man, so you can check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put the link and stuff like that, you know, below with my artists. You know, you got all my information, so people could check it out. But you know, really, I just want people to just enjoy my creative expression first, and see that I have some type of vibe and I have some type of energy that they could vibe with and that they could connect with. You know what I'm saying? That they could really mess with. You know what I'm saying? For whatever feeling, mood, whatever time that they going through, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I want to make that connection first, and then I want to put out these projects and stuff like that, and have people like create this following and really like start pushing towards, you know, for Growth Season Entertainment to be, you know, like my entrepreneurial start, bro. Like as an artist, as a businessman, as a, you know, just as an individual that's looking to, you know, to grow in the world and to help others go around him, bro. And whoever else I meet, whoever else I don't meet and stuff like that, who I'm able to touch.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. I wish you the best on that, man. As a businessman and as an artist, which I know he doesn't even need it, bro, because you obviously, man, know what you're doing. And from the music that I heard from you, like, I know people gonna definitely fuck with it. Like that's like not even a doubt in my mind. You know, definitely people gonna fuck with it, and that's the reason why you're up here. You know, like I say every single damn time, and I have to keep saying it, because people think I just bring artists up here for no fucking reason. Like, oh, this artist right here. Oh no, I need artists for my show, so I'm gonna get him. Fuck it. Oh, he's available. Fuck it, get him. Oh no, get that. Yeah, no, fuck no. You know, like every single artist that you see on the show, I fucks with the music. I play this shit. When I'm with my people and shit, I play this shit. I'm like, yo, check out this hot shit. You gotta go check this shit out. You know, so if I have you out here, man, it's because I fuck with your music, and I also appreciate your contribution in hip hop. You know, I myself, I'm a guest. I'm Mexican. I'm not. I'm a guest. I'm saying that right now. You know, but I know my culture. I know the culture. I know the history. I make sure I know that, because if I'm a guest, I gotta know what's up, you know, what the regulations, what's right, what's wrong. You know, I cannot just come up here and be like, oh no, fuck this, like fuck Jay-Z, you know, fuck that. No, I can't say that. I'm a fucking guest, bro. Like, I have to respect the culture. I gotta respect those that came before me, because they opened the door for me. Because if it wasn't for them, I'm not gonna be able to be here doing AcapellicTV. You know, hip hop wasn't born by itself. Like, all these other artists, all these people made this possible for me to make my business, become an entrepreneur, you know. So respect to that. But before we leave, bro, so I'm guessing we could wait on the mixtape. I don't know if we're gonna see any music video, but if we do, I'll let y'all know. And before
music videos is coming soon, don't worry.
Shit, so you gotta wait for that, man. So sometime around August, you should see the mixtape. We will leave you the link. And also, I know this is a new thing. I have to repeat this now for a couple of times around season 2.5. But we have a website called Acapellic.com/AcapellicTV, where you can find out his artist page with his bio, his music, his releases, all of that good stuff. You don't have to go anywhere. You can check it out there directly from his profiles. Follow him on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. That's what they knew that we're doing right now, you know. Like, I want to make sure that people don't have to go look for you all over the goddamn internet or find you. I want to make sure they can find you and see, be like, okay, this is what's up with him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, check him out. It's going to be Acapellic.com/King Vega, just like that. And, yeah, man, before we go, if you got any other last words you want to tell the people, or any projects that you're coming out that probably we don't know besides the mixtape, any single, anything like that, and your handles.
So, you know, I just want to say, you know, to everybody out there, you know, whoever's watching, you know, thank you for watching. You know, at the same time, you know, if you gain any inspiration from this, you know, just be sure, you know what I'm saying, to always give credit where credit is due. At the same time, don't have to say anybody's name. You know what I'm saying? You take time to yourself. You do whatever you got to do to show love, to give thanks. You know what I'm saying? Remember that to walk in love and gratitude is the most important thing in life, and to be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Thankful, and looking at the glass half full, You know what I'm saying? It's probably, you know, one of the hardest things to do at times, but you know what I'm saying, we could definitely accomplish a lot and achieve more with that you know, with that ideology. With that being said, you know, I want everybody to go on YouTube and check out Syndicate. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to go out there and you know, look on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, check out Syndicate by Vega, you know what I'm saying, or King Vega. Just check it out. You know, leave your comments, likes, whatever, dislikes, whatever you gotta say whatever you gotta say on that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody. Go on SoundCloud, look up Edward Stone, K&N Studios. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole playlist there, 16 tracks. You guys could check it out. You know what I'm saying? Also, check out my Instagram at _King Vega _. You know what I'm saying? Just find me, check me out. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, I'm open to it all. I'm open to it all. I appreciate you all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate AcapellicTV for giving me this opportunity just to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Just to be here, just to be myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's the most powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? Be able to be yourself. So everybody, if you ain't get nothing from this, you know what I'm saying? Remember to be yourself. One.
Well, guys, this was AcapellicTV. This was King Vega. Till next time, bro. See, I hope to see you on season 3. Wish you the best, man. Let's get it.
Don't pick and choose, I don't pick and choose. I am the juice, I am the juice. I am the one you don't wanna fuse. I am the one you don't wanna fuse. Tell them Brooklyn's bag, open up the bag. 100,000 bands, Brooklyn's bag. Tell them Brooklyn's bag, open up the bag. We are Acapellic, Brooklyn.